What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video, man. And you already know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell, because it does go a long way with helping out the channel, man. Listen, if this is your first time, welcome to Hold My Nuts podcast, where we talk about everything semen retention and no fap. If you stumbled across this channel, man, listen, I already know why you're here. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops. You're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female culture. You're in the right place, bro. If you've been rocking with your boy, you already know the love is real. So without further ado, man, let's get into this video today. And you seen the title, She's a Lot of Fun. She's a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun until, and that's what we're going to get to in this video, until, right? So I got a lot to unpack today, but I'm going to do my best to break this down. I'm going to be coming from two passages, and I'm going to tie this all in as best I can. So the first passage we're going to look at is Genesis chapter 20. And I'm going to run it from about verse 1 to verse 7. So let me build this thing up and I'll tie it all together, right? So this is Abraham. He's traveling, right? And he's going to this different country, and he comes before this king and he tells him, like, listen, this girl you see, this woman you see, this is my sister. OK, but in actuality, she was his wife. OK. And his sister, kind of, right? Anyways, he tells the king, yo, this is my sister. OK, so the king sends for her, Sarah. He sends for her and he brings her into his quarters. He's taking this woman, right? He's about to, he gonna throw down, right? But I want to read this passage so we understand the implications of committing adultery. As a man, if you sleep with another man's wife, and as a woman, if you step out on your husband to go and to survey the market field. OK, so let's read this passage real quick, and I'm going to break this thing down for you guys. So it says, Abraham traveled from there south to Negev and settled down between Kadesh and Shur. While he was camping in Gur, Abraham said of his wife, Sarah, she is my sister. So Amalek, king of Gur, sent for Sarah and took her. But God came to Amalek in a dream that night and told him, you're as good as dead. That woman you took, she's a married woman. Now Amalek had not yet slept with her, hadn't so much as touched her. He said, Master, would you kill an innocent man? Didn't he tell me she is my sister? And didn't she say herself, he's my brother? I had no idea I was doing anything wrong when I did this. God said to him in the dream, yes, I know your intentions were pure. That's why I kept you from sinning against me. I was the one who kept you from going to bed with her. So now give the man back his wife. He's a prophet and will pray for you and pray for your life. If you don't give her back, know that it's certain death, both for you and for everyone in your family. So the reason I wanted to bring up this passage is that King Amalek, he had no idea that the woman he had took from Abraham was actually Abraham's wife. God came to him before he actually committed the transgression, before he actually slept with her, because the knowledge of sleeping with her, of not knowing that she was married, didn't matter, in the sense of, if you sleep with this married woman, right, you are committing a heinous act against God. He's like, man, if you touch this woman, you sleep with this woman, you are as good as dead. You're dead. Right. But he didn't know. But God stepped in. God had mercy. He stepped in and he prevented the king from sleeping with Abraham's wife. So the point I'm trying to make is this, is that these women, that we're out here getting at bars and clubs and wherever we're meeting them at, co-workers, whatever the case may be, sometimes these women, or a lot of times these women, they won't even let you know that they're married. Right? They won't wear their ring. They won't mention a husband. They won't mention a family. They won't mention anything. Right? And because you are being drawn away by your own lust and entice, and you're not doing your due diligence, you don't have discernment. You just ready to get one off. You run up in that thing. Boom. Now you've committed a heinous act against God. Now that transgression is on you and you got to pay for it. Regardless of if you knew or not, you have to pay for it because you actually committed the crime. You didn't do your due diligence. You didn't ask the right questions. And even if she lied to you and you slept with this woman, regardless, you are committing a sin. You are committing a transgression because you are sleeping with another man's wife. That's a heinous act in the eyes of God. The reason it's heinous is because this is a covenant, a marriage covenant that these two people made before the divine being. They made an agreement that they would be together, right? This is this man's possession. This is his wife, right? And God honors that union. And when that woman steps out of that union to go sleep with another man, she violates. And when you sleep with that woman, you violate. And back then, the penalty for that was death. And God is telling King Amalek, if you do this, you're as good as dead. So give her back. He'll pray for you and everything will be good to go. Now, I know a lot of you guys have a lot of other questions, but I don't have time to get into that today. You're going to have to go read the story and get all the back details about how Sarah was his actual wife and how she was his sister. That's in Genesis chapter 20. So you can go look at the details of that. Right. So now we're going to skip over to Proverbs chapter 5. Chapter 5, and we're going to rock from verses 3 to 6. And then I'm going to put this thing together for you guys. It says, the lips of a seductive woman are oh so sweet. Her soft words are oh so smooth. But it won't be long before she is gravel in your mouth, a pain in your gut, and a wound in your heart. She's dancing down a perfumed path to death. She's headed straight for hell, and she's taking you with her. She hasn't a clue about real life, about who she is or where she is going. Now, this passage is talking about the adulterous woman. When we're out there doing our thing, we're living our best life. We're meeting these women out in bars, out in clubs, wherever you meeting these girls, where we're running into them at, right? These women are married. A lot of these women are married and they're just trying to get out and have a little fun. They don't want anything serious. They just want to get a little ta-ta-ta-ta. That's a word I made up. My friends, when I say it, they start laughing and stuff, but they just want a little something, right? They're just trying to have a little fun. You know what they say? Girls just like to have fun, but they're not married, but they're married. These are women who are in covenant relationships with other dudes, and they're going behind their husband's back and they're doing all these devious things. The Bible says that this woman is seductive. It says that her words are oh so smooth. The lips of a seductive woman are sweet, man. You see those lips, bro. It's glisten. It's like dripping honey. It's dripping honey. Some passages, some translations say that it's like smooth oil on her lips. Smooth oil on her lips. This is the seductive woman. But it says it won't be long. It won't be long before she is gravel in your mouth. Imagine gargling gravel. It won't be long before she's a pain in your gut. It won't be long before she's a wound in your heart. Some of these dudes done fell in love with married women, and these women won't even leave they dude to be with you. Right? You done threw your whole life off course for a woman who has no intentions of being with you. She's just having fun with you. And she's leading you to believe that she's going to leave her husband for you. And she's not. She's not going to leave him. Right? And you are throwing your life away following behind this woman because you are in lust. And now what happens is once you get entangled with this woman and, you know, you guys are doing the do and it's good. Both of you guys are enjoying it. And then you happen to find out that she's married because you're trying to figure out, like, how come we can't progress any further? How come I can't come to your house? And now she starts trying to tell you a little bit of the details. And now you realize, like, oh, snap, you a married woman. And because you like what you've experienced and because you are entrenched and you are captivated by what you've been doing, now you don't want to leave her alone because she has the hooks in you now. She has the hooks in you. You don't want to leave her alone. Now you don't fell in love. You fell in love with this married woman and she has no intentions of leaving her family situation for you. So now what do you start trying to do? Because you're driven by your lust. It's not even enough for you now to know that she's married. You're not even mad at her for not being upfront with you. You're not even mad at her, right? Because now the problem of or the thought of losing her is bigger than the fact that she's actually married, that she doesn't belong to you. That is bigger than the thought of that she's actually married. So now you've thrown your principles to the side. You shoved God's principles to the side. Now you're being driven by your lust. And this is when the gravel starts to materialize in your mouth. This is when the pain starts to formulate in the gut. And this is when she sticks that dagger in your heart. Now you have heartbreak. You have heartbreak for a woman that is not yours. And she'll never be. She'll never be yours. She belongs to someone else. Right? And then you don't want to have that on your conscience, that even if she did decide to leave her family for you, you broke up a family home, this is going to come back on you. Man, you reap what you sow. There's no escaping the circle of reaping and sowing. There's no escaping it. You must retain. You must vibrate on a higher frequency, God's frequency. You can't be out here, man, keyboards, laptops and desktops, day in and day out. You can't be driven by your lust continuously. You can't allow these things to rule your life, because these are the type of things that's going to happen to you. You're going to fall in love with a married woman who has no interest in you. This woman is ruthless. It says that she's headed straight for hell and she's going to take you with her. Imagine that. This is you actually following a woman. It says she's headed for hell and she's taking you with her. It's not you taking her with you. She's taking you with her to hell. This passage says that she hasn't a clue about real life. Obviously, if she did, she wouldn't be engaged in these type of activities. But it says she hasn't a clue about real life. It also says that she doesn't know who she is or where she's going. Now, check this out. She's taking you to hell, but she doesn't know where she's going. And she's taking you there. She's clueless about life. She's clueless about the destruction that she is headed for. And you are following right along with her because you are controlled by your lust. You're controlled by your lust and your passions. It doesn't matter if you didn't know this woman was married. You allowed your lust to be to overrule and overpower you right? You didn't do enough due diligence. You wanted to go hit that thing on the first night. If you give anything time, the truth will reveal itself. You know, when you're out there dating women, you're out there doing your thing, man. Some women just want to get straight to the point. Listen, man, I'm not going to go have coffee with you. I don't want you to take me out because I don't want to be seen. You know, I don't have time for that. I just want to get throttled. There's some women out there like that. They just up. But the reason they're saying this is because they have it's another person in the background. It's another person in the background. But if you were not driven by your lust and she said all these things to you, red flag. Like, what you mean? You just want me to just knock you out? Yeah, you don't even really know me like that. Right? You just want me to I could just get it like that? That's what it is. Right? The normal man, the carnal guy, the guy who's just releasing, who's watching, who's been driven by lust, he's going to knock her out. Because he's not going to take the time to do the due diligence to figure out what this person is about. Because he's just giving this thing to everybody. He's just giving it to everybody. God, you're not even stingy with the digging stick. You're just slinging it around to everybody. Like you don't even place any value on your own digging stick. This is the thing. Like you don't place any value on it. Like you don't hold it in high regard. You're just going to give it to anyone. That's what we have done in the past. That's not what we're doing now. We're not doing that now. If you're new to this channel, if you're doing that, you got to stop. The whole my nuts gang, we're not doing that. That's not how we getting down. But we were doing this before, but we're not doing it now. If you're doing that, you got to stop, bro. Just stop. Fall back. Don't be driven by your lust. If you give it some time, if you try to meet up with old girl, she don't want to meet up, you text her back, she don't text you back, you can't get any connection going on, somebody else in the background. If she offered you to whatever and you already know it's a red flag. I mean, these things are not hard. They're simple. Some women just want to get to the point. They just want to be throttled. They just want to be throttled. That's what they want because they don't have time to invest in you because they got a dude back home who they're not going to leave that dude. You know, whatever they got back there, they want to keep that, right? You out here falling in love. You fall in love with this beautiful woman. You're falling in love. You're being seduced by the oil on her lips. You're being seduced by the soft words, the way she speaks, the way she walks. You're being seduced. And the Bible says it's not going to be long before it's gravel in your mouth. It's like biting into a beautiful, luscious, delicious from the outside apple. And then that apple's filled with razor blades. You bite into an apple that's covered in that on the inside is nothing but razor blades. This is what it's like when you act in this type of way with an adulterous woman. When you get seduced by an adulterous woman, you are biting into an apple filled with razor blades. You got to retain. If you're not retaining, if you're not focused on lust 24/7, driven by the world system. This whole system is designed to get you to release your seed. They want you to release your seed. I was watching TV today. The ED commercials pop up. This guy did a whole presentation. I'm like, look at this. He did a whole presentation on you being embarrassed because you can't get it up and all these different things. Men deal with this 40 and under, and, you don't have to be ashamed. And they're telling you this pill is going to fix it, but they're not telling you the truth. What's going to fix it is if you stop following and feeding your lust and you stop choking the goose, strangling the goose. You got to stop. You just messing up all the muscle fibers in that thing. You are diminishing your manhood. Physically and mentally, you are just destroying yourself. You're destroying yourself. Man, this is Hold My Nuts podcast. If you got value out of this video, man, hit the like button for your boy, man. Share this video with somebody you think that needs it. And I'm going to holler at you guys in the next video. Peace. I love y'all.